Thank you for all of your feedback on yesterday's episode with regards the transfer window we are now in and what to do in it. We're contemplating, as we mentioned there, selling a striker or maybe loaning a striker out, and also bringing a new right back in as well, and potentially centre back too. So I think what I'm going to do is we're still going to look to sell, judging by your feedback and the continued support in the comment section with regards to potential signings in. We're going to continue to sell James Willian, and it looks like hopefully his transfer will be agreed very soon. We're going to continue to try and sell Jack Fitzwater as well. We will look to loan Adebiojo. We'll look to loan Adebiojo. I want to keep him at the club, really, just because he's a original Cambridge United, or original player we started at the beginning of the save. He's not actually an original Cambridge United player, obviously. He was only on loan in Season 1, and then we weren't able to get him back Season 2. Regardless, were we able to get him back? I can't remember. But regardless, we're going to keep Adebiojo as a player, but we'll loan him out. Abadia is now up to 76 rated, so I'm going to restore him back to the starting lineup for now. Although I am going to look to sign another striker, and Adebiojo will just fall to the wayside, unfortunately for him. Nibs will be the next player that happens to in a striking role, but for now I'm just going to bring in one new striker if I can. We don't have a massive amount of money to spend, to be fair. We're also going to look to loan out Kyle Noyle as well. He's basically going to be the same as Adebiojo, an original Cambridge player from the first season. Want to loan him out, don't want to sell him. To be honest, he's not worth much. It's not worth selling him. It's not going to make any difference. Having the extra body for potential injuries down the line is more important. So we'll look to loan him out. Still unsure as to what to do winger-wise, but we'll decide on that in a latter window. We don't have the finances now to do all of this. As you see, it's only £17 million. You may have briefly seen some of the names on my shortlist, so I'll show you them here. We have Jan Valeria as a potential right-back. Raul Perez Sayol, someone spotted in the menus, didn't actually pick him up personally. Someone spotted him in the menus. My scout is halfway through scouting him actually, so we'll have a look and see what he's like. Got the second wind trait as well as the early cross, which could come in handy. Jonjo Kenny is recommended as well by you guys. We'll wait and see if he's any good. He's starting every week for Everton though, who are 8th in the league. Jeremy Frimpong from Celtic is certainly something I would consider. And then we've Aurelio Buta from Antwerp and Dodo from Shakhtar, although I think Shakhtar to a bottom half Premier League side is perhaps a step too far. Frimpong, though, so I envisage some people being like, oh no, he wouldn't move from Celtic to Cambridge United, but if you look at Virgil van Dijk, he moved from Celtic to Southampton. Fraser Forster moved from Celtic to Southampton. I don't see it being that unrealistic for a Celtic player or someone from SPL, whether it be Celtic or Rangers, moving to a mid-table Cambridge United. So we'll wait and see what his scout report looks like. With regards to centre-back, I only have one option at the minute, and that is Ozan Kabak. Wait and see what he looks like. He might be quite agreeable fee-wise. You can see that he's got a release clause of 20.9 million, but I don't know if that's one of those glitched ones where he's actually valued higher. We shall wait and see. Striker, suggestions are... Well, there were some suggestions to sign an older, more experienced striker that's perhaps in the latter years of their career to allow other players the chance to grow, to catch up, and then them come back into the starting lineup. I'll be open to that, especially if players like Nibs continue to grow as well. So Danny Ings is on the list. He's currently at Real Sociedad and has apparently just moved there. So I can get him for his release clause if I want to, though. I can get him for his release clause of 14.1 if I want to. So we'll wait and see what his scout report looks like. Timothy Weah was another option, and Lucas and Mecca was another option as well at striker. Wait and see what scout reports look like on them. And then Ander Berenetcha is available on a free, so I'd consider signing him to replace Cantwell next season, although I want to see what his technical stats look like before committing. But he too can play up top at striker, so he could be a very good option for us. And Baranechea, I believe is that. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Don Brown is up to 86 rated now for Liverpool. He is flying in this save. Such a shame we weren't able to keep him, but was definitely the right thing for his career, wasn't it? And Alex Conceição definitely was the right idea to move him on. He's now moved again to Lask Linz on loan from LA Galaxy. And he's still 69 rated, so definitely was the right idea to move him on. Doesn't look like he's going to grow anymore. So today then, we shall play Burnley. We shall sim Millwall in the Cup. We shall play City in the Cup. And then we'll play Chelsea in the league as well. And we should have the majority of those scout reports back before the end of the episode as well. So very much looking forward to getting that sorted. Let's go and play game 1 then and see if we can't get ourselves 3 points to start at Turf Moor. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too for more FIFA content. There is another F1 video later on this afternoon, and I do implore you, please do give that content a chance. It is going to be continuing to come on the channel fairly regularly, so you're going to see more of it. So do give it a chance. You might well enjoy it. But for now, let's concentrate on the Premier League here with Cambridge and go and take on Burnley. Burnley, then Nick Pope in goal. Joel Senior, Guvalov, Niakate and someone else. Ozzy Perez, Shurton, Fofana and Lameiras. I probably absolutely butchered that name. Nicholas Aldair and Basagog up top. Basagog scored, is their top goal scorer, I believe, Burnley. I did have a look through the goal scoring charts in the Premier League to see if there was potentially anyone there that we could consider signing that is playing well for a smaller club. I was initially looking for Danny Ings, but obviously he's at Sociedad now, not Southampton. But we're starting with our full-strength starting lineup. I was actually going to replace Adebayo with Abadia, wasn't I? But I've forgotten to do so in typical Chesnoid fashion. Well, maybe Adebayo could put himself in the shop window for a potential loan move. And this is probably going to be one of the last few games that Pereira Rock plays in the starting lineup for a little while. If we do bring in that new right back. Again, it would be a case of bringing in an older player to allow Pereira Rock the time to grow to become a first-team player again later down the line. Basagog into Lameiras. Skip chasing Lameiras out wide here. Still quite happy with the formation. There were some comments asking me to change formation, but I am still relatively comfortable with the 4-1-2-1-2 that we're playing at the minute. That was meant for Todd Cantwell, and for some reason went nowhere near him. Basagog, there we go, Cantwell's in the way this time, and that was meant to go further down the field as well. Not having much luck with these lofted passes, am I? But thankfully, Fofana has shot wide. There were some calls actually to potentially move Wilson, who's our current left back, to right back, as he is right-footed, and sign a new left back. If we can't identify a right back signing, then that is something that I certainly can consider. But for the time being, I'd rather keep Wilson at left back if I can. Oh, went for the extra pass. And unfortunately, wasn't able to make it through. But Adebayo just won it back again. And Todd Cantwell gives it straight to Guvalov. I have no idea whether I'm pronouncing that centre-back's name correctly at all. I'll have a quick look. Maybe I can call him by his first name. What's his first name? Jeffrey. I'll call him Jeff. I presume that's Guvalov, but no idea whatsoever. I'll have to check the pronunciation website, Forvo. But for now, we'll call him Jeff. And for now, we'll stay at 0-0. Although, that's nicely driven into Lameiras. Nice first time pass. Then Fofana, is he offside there, Aldair? He was. Across to Wilson and down the line to Cantwell. Inside to Adebayo. Okay, Reike's there. Get there. Oh, he's made a great first touch. He's in the box. Okay, Reike misses the target. Should I have gone near post? Potentially. Because I was going for a pass, should I have finessed it? Potentially. First clear-cut opportunity for either side, and unfortunately we've smashed it wide of the target. But positive signs that we are creating chances now. I have had a look on Forvo actually at Jeffrey's pronunciation, and it's a soft W, not a hard W, as I previously thought. So it's Guwalu is how you pronounce it, or something similar to that. Guwalu. So we shall try and, well, I might still just call him Jeff, to be honest. Adebayo into Ollie Skip. Looking for Reike again. Lovely touch. And the pass. Adebayo onside. And wide again. Saw Campos arriving on the outside of me too. But decided to take the shot on. And regret it. To be fair, I could have gone for the extra pass that time. And still failed to find the man. I wanted to make sure I got at least a shot away. Unfortunately, on this, so when I should have passed it, I shot, and when I should have shot, I passed it, basically. Such is my creative ability so far in today's episode. Okay, Reiki looking for Ep8 again. It's a nice first touch, at least. Ah, bloody back heels. Cano. Cross to Pereira Rock. Through the gap there nicely to Rolls. Ep8. Oh, it's going to be Jack Rolls again, isn't it? Jack Rolls in the box. Crashes at home, and our top goal scorer gets another. Cambridge 1, Burnley 0, but we have been in front in games before in recent memory and still lost. So let's not take anything for granted just yet. Nice goal, though. He's doing well here. Oh, I thought I'd get an extra touch in. Good save by Stefan. Not the best of the defending from me there. Perez to take the corner for Burnley, and Ayoze whips it well enough. And, oh, Nicolas Aldair got to that, but wide of the target. If it was on target, I think we had it covered. I think. Okereke should win that header, and he's done well to do so, but we can't get it back. Fofana through to Basagog. Waiting for the turn. It's not there yet. Still driving forward here. Skip running with him. Oh, finds Aldair really well. And Stefan with a smart save at the near post. This will be the last action of the first half as the corner comes in from Ayoze Perez. We're very nearly at half-time. That clearance terrible, but still far enough away at least that we will survive till the break. Rolls. Oh, Fofana, very aggressive twice. Defending very well, Fofana. Adebayo played in. Do we go down the line to count? Well, I might come central again, you know. Adebayo into Okereke, looking for Rolls. Oh, I'm very nearly found. Very nearly found. Nameras forward into Basagog as Burnley look to counter. Fofana across here to Shooten. Forward to Basagog again, and that's a lovely ball out to Ayoze Perez, who's been involved rather infrequently by them on the right-hand side. I think we lost. Didn't we have Burnley as our first game of the Premier League season and lost by 3-1? I think. I'm trying to cast my mind back. So if we are able to get a positive result here, then it certainly shows the growth of the team throughout this season and how we're more comfortable playing at this level now than we were. Around the corner for Jack, and he's in behind again. Here comes Jeffrey trying to close me down, but oh, he will actually get to me. I need to get the shot away. Not quite quick enough, Jack. Tried his hardest there. And with the defender in between me and Adebayo on that far side, I wasn't able to get a pass away or find the angle for it. Ollie Skip will look for Adebayo. I'll try and roll here. And Jeffrey's at it again. Having a good defensive game, Jeffrey Gouloux. Through into Chris Wood, who I fouled. I just fouled myself. Nameras played out wide. Trying to get it off him with Pereira Rock. We've been pretty solid defensively. We have had to rely on Stefan a couple of times. And I've had the odd defensive wobble. But for the time being, I'm pretty confident that we're going to get the victory here. And I'll look for Adebayo. He should just have been onside there. Looking to nail it at the near post. Oh, he was offside. Oh, fouled from behind maybe when playing that pass. Apparently not. Klaus into Fofana. He's got the option to play someone through. Oh, get there, Zach. I had to call him out there just to make sure that he did get there, but he's done well. Not kept many clean sheets for me, Zach Stefan, but on course for one at the minute. Ethan Clark on course to get played in behind here. Senior is with me, and I'm going to look for Okereke at the back post. It's actually Abadir that the ball has gone towards, annoyingly. But in fact, I feel like I put enough power on that to try and get it to the man at the back post. Never mind. Ayoze Perez picks up the loose ball. Wilson has forced him to go backwards. And we're edging closer. Edging ever closer to getting ourselves a victory here. Only by a 1-0, but 1-0 is enough. Away, please, Wilson. Well done. And we'll knock that down with Rolls nicely. And Campos will drill it forward, looking for Abadir, who has got Clark on the outside of him. Now, can we get a better end result this time? Clark driving forward, looking for Abadir around the corner. Driving into the box. Abadir having to tackle to keep hold of the ball, but lashed home. Emphatic finish. 2-0 Cambridge United. We will get 3 points at Turf Moor. Corner for Burnley with 5.5 minutes to go plus stoppage. That's a decent ball. Gouloux with the effort. Jeff on the volley and cleared away. They'll settle for the throw here. Ayoze Perez has gone backwards. If they're to get something from this Burnley, it would be one hell of a comeback. But there's certainly time to get one. I thought Ethan Clark could put a tackle in there. He just ran straight past the ball. Nearly fouled in there. What a delivery that is. Pereira Rock gets to it. Thankfully, Chris Wood was offside. That was a disgustingly good cross, though. Hell of a whip. We are going to get ourselves the win here, though, which is absolutely vital for us long term. Especially considering we haven't been in the best of form recently. Shooting back to Jose Perez, who's come central now. Klaus back to Lameras. And Wilson just keeping the ball away from Burnley. And there is the final whistle. A 2-0 win at Turf Moor. We shall take it. Up next was Millwall in the Cup, which will actually simulate Millwall in the FA Cup. But we are going to play the Carabao Cup semi-finals, of course. Someone actually mentioned in the last episode, quite rightly, I haven't been doing the press conferences for a couple of videos, and the morale has dropped, and that might be a correlation between that and our drop in form. So we shall we'll do the press conference here and see if we're able to boost morale for the team and individuals, and actually get a little bit more out of them performance-wise. We were far from perfect. We always prepare for the worst. I don't know, as preparing for the worst is really the right way to answer that, but I don't want to say Cambridge United always wins, because, well, I don't. An offer from Shanghai Shenhua for Fitzwater, which we shall accept right off the bat. Noel is happy to be going out on loan, and I'm proud of you, David Campos. Keep playing the way you are, please, my man. James Wilden, gone. He's going to go to Pachuca in Spain. He couldn't agree terms with Santos in Brazil, so he's going to go to Mexico instead. And Ollie Skip is saying, since the next one is where we might be thinking return squad, getting a rest. Oh, okay. Wouldn't mind a rest to get myself prepared for the bigger games. I'm surprised to see him come and say that, but I mean, he was going to get rested anyway, so we shall simulate the game against Millwall here then and see if we can get ourselves through to the next round of the FA Cup. Yves Bissouma gives us a 1-0 lead after 3 minutes, and then they miss a penalty. Bissouma gets the yellow card, presumably for the foul that led to the penalty. And Bissouma adds a second. Wow. Barely scored a goal for me at all previously to today, but 2 against Millwall here, and we'll take it. Going to go through to the 4th round of the FA Cup. That means that there will be, or maybe not. Yes, we will. That means there will be 4 games in tomorrow's episode as well, and we, depending on who we get in the next round of the FA Cup, depends on what we do sim-wise. Okay, well done, Marcus. Keep going, and glad you're feeling better, Ollie. You shall play in the next game against Manchester City. And actually, I need to train, don't I? What was the last one we did? Prayer Rock. So that'd be defenders. So we should train Jack and Abadir. And Abadir's finishing has gone up. Great. He's now going to jump into that starting lineup ahead of Adebayo as well. Let me make sure that I make that. They got substituted in that previous game. Thankfully, we've got a couple of days extra till City. I was slightly worried though that we were not going to be even remotely fit. Leon Davis wants to play. There are bigger games ahead, Leon. But either way, he'll be playing one of the next 2. Yeah, Adebayo out and Abadir in. And then it's time for City against us. But we did say after his penalty heroics in the last round that we would give Norris the start. So I will do so, but potentially probably only for this first leg. City then, not a full strength starting lineup. You can see the strength on their bench, but still pretty strong. Edison, Pedro Porro, Samuel Umtiti, Laporte and Alphonso Davies, Donny van der Beek, Lo Celso and Palaversa, Rashica, Aguero and Silva. Aguero must be pretty low rated by now, surely, in Season 6. Imagine he's, what, 35? Potentially? He's 80 rated, Sergio Aguero. 80 rated. Maybe, no. I thought for a minute, maybe he could be the experienced older pro we go for a striker, but I just couldn't afford his wages, could I? Nor would he come to a side like us in a situation we're in when he's still at City. Briefly there, I had a little light bulb moment, but unfortunately, it was one of those energy-saving light bulbs that is still very, very dim when you first turn it on, so I've just turned it straight back off again. Pereira Rock out for a corner for Manchester City at the beginning of the game, which they're going to take short, actually. They had Kai Havertz and Paulo Dybala on the bench. Rashica with the delivery, Abadir with the clearance away, Lo Celso and Jack Rolls coming head-to-head against each other. Now, make me the run, please, OK Reike, and I can get you in behind Pedro Porro here, who would be a relatively decent shout for right back. If he weren't playing for a club like Manchester City, maybe later on in the save. Oh, given away. Really poor from Aymeric Laporte. And I'm going to tuck this back. Oh, and not find a teammate. Gorgeous, gifted opportunity that we aren't able to take. Cantwell forward. Abadia. Reke trying to get it out of his feet to then shoot. Tackled by Aymeric Laporte. City very nearly throwing us the first goal of the game, but we aren't able to take advantage of their lack of concentration at the back. Here's Giovanni Lo Celso, Donny van de Beek. Oh, going for the worldie, but he's not going to do it. Corner for City from Donny van de Beek after 15 minutes. Other than our one gifted opportunity, it has been pure City domination in this first half. That was a bit fancy and unnecessary from Umtiti, but never mind. Here's Donny van de Beek. Obviously 2 legs in the Carabao Cup semi, so we will only be playing 90 minutes here and we won't go straight to penalties afterwards if we're drawing. Wilson's done really well there and then fluffed the pass. Palaverse has the opportunity to damage us again. Pedro Porro drops the shoulder, tried to step in with Cantwell and couldn't get there. And inside here is Lo Celso on his favoured left foot. Back to Donny van de Beek. Lo Celso again, van de Beek again. Aguero 1-0 City. Really well played. And nicely tucked away. Similar finish to Campos from yesterday's or the episode before. Just calmly side-footing it home. City take a 1-0 lead. And we can't say that that's unexpected, really. Down the line to Cantwell. Porro closing me down. But turned inside nicely. Finding Abadia. Looking to get away from Umtiti. I needed the turn and the pass. I only got the turn. And then when I did get the pass, kicked it straight at Manchester City, man. Oh, their quick passing and composure under pressure is the difference here, City. They're just so good with the ball at their feet and so accurate with their passing. And their movement off the ball is brilliant as well. Here's Milo Rashica. Back to Alphonso Davies, who we do not want to let get into full flow because you won't catch him. Rashica could deliver here. He's gone short there to Donny van de Beek. Again, brilliant passing play and great composure under pressure in an attacking area. Alphonso Davies into... Oh, Bernardo Silva went for the fancy pass there, and that was the wrong decision. Perhaps taking a little bit of a liberty there. You are only 1-0 up, City. Let's not take the piss out of me just yet, shall we? Cantwell trying to squeeze that through to Abadia, but that doesn't work. Into Donny van de Beek. Aguero again. Good block by Cano, and we will clear it. Cano is the block master, isn't he, in defence? How many times have we seen him do that throughout the course of his Cambridge United career? Abadia, I'll use the right back first, actually. He's going to make the run there, Campos, but he's gone straight offside. And Alphonso Davies has stolen the ball off Pereira Rock, and now we could be in trouble again. Milot Rashica looking to get City a second goal. Cano in the way. Still, the Bosnian comes forward. Alphonso Davies back to him. Inside, he's got Van de Beek there. It was Palaversa instead, in fact. And Rashica back to Alphonso. Oh, stop it. Alphonso Davies is the second time he's done that. Donny van de Beek. Ball lifted in and away by Ollie Skip. Can we win this header? Why he's gone with his feet there, I have absolutely no idea. Rashica's around the corner to Palaversa, and he's given it straight to Skip. We'll go back to the keeper and then just get rid of it. It's going to be 1-0 to Manchester City at half-time, but it could quite easily be more. I need to be better going that way, the other way, in the second half. I think the half-time stats say everything about that 45-minute passage of play, don't they? I am not at the races here, nor are we even remotely competitive. 33% possession, no chances on goal. However, it is perfectly set up for a shithouse equaliser in the last minute, isn't it? So we'll wait and see what we can do. You never know, we'll probably score our first shot of the game. Such is the FIFA way, although it'd probably be more apt if it was an FM way, wouldn't it? Those of you that play Football Manager know all about getting FM'd, and hopefully we can do that to City here, but we are going to have to be much better going forward than we have been so far if we're to do that. Rashica. Back to Alphonso Davies. Mepham has been drawn out of a central area to try and deal with that run as Pereira Rock had disappeared upfield for an attacking move a moment ago. Andre Anderson here with the ball out wide to Rashica, and Mepham does intercept, but Alphonso Davies immediately wins it back again. Decent clearance by Wilson, and Rolls brings it down. Going to get there. Cantwell, no. Nice tackle, though. Oh, I tell you what, Alphonso Davies loves that little spin pass, doesn't he? It really pisses me off now. He's just taking the mickey out of me every single time he does it. Right, Campos Looking for... Oh, okay, Reike, but can't find him. Picked off nicely by Palaversa. And forward they come again here. City, Bernardo Silva around the corner. Oh, and thankfully Andre Anderson didn't read the pass and it went straight to Norris. Otherwise, we were in trouble there. Quick 1-2. That doesn't work. Palaversa still fighting hard with Jack Rolls. They've been in a good old battle throughout the course of this game. And Aberdeen is in behind. And here comes the opportunity to do the FMing. First shot of the game. And we score. We said it would happen. And it has. Aberdeen, his finishing has gone up. And you can tell that it has. 1-1. Oh, heavy touch by Alphonso Davies. And he gets away with it. Bonifazi is a player that's clearly a regen that has moved to Juventus. We are getting to the point in the save now where we will see more and more regen transfers. Harry? Todd Cantwell played in behind here. And we really are shithousing our way to a victory at the Etihad. Played through Todd Cantwell, and he hasn't done much for us this season, as we've said. But that might be the biggest impact any player has had for us in the entire season so far. Yes, it's 2 legs, but we lead by 2-1 at the Etihad now, and that genuinely could be the goal that sends us to Wembley for our first ever proper cup final. Cantwell with the throw to Aberdeen. They brought on Zinchenko for Palaversa in central midfield now. Looking there for OK Reike. Rolls could finish it. It's 3. We've had 3 shots in this game. I'd had nothing at half-time, and we have destroyed City in this second half. Lovely little ball around the corner. Cheeky little slide home from Jack into that bottom corner. And genuinely, it's 3 shots, 3 goals. We've had it happen against us in previous games. We're doing it to the opposition here. City haven't yet had a chance in this second half, and somehow we are now firm favourites to get ourselves through to the Carabao Cup final. Nice drop of the shoulder. Prerok gets there though and turns and lays that inside to Okereke. Rolls, looking for Aberdeen. Oh my god, are we going to... Great footwork from Aberdeen. Unexpected. Not exactly what I intended to do, but we've scored a 4th. Crashing home. We surely now are through. You saw how good City were in the first half. But I don't know what's happened to them in the second half. They've just crumbled. We're going to win this by 4-1 and surely now get ourselves through to the final of the Carabao Cup. Well then, that's one of the biggest game of 2 halves turnarounds we've ever seen. Away from home at the Etihad. Just look at the way they scored this first goal. It was so well worked and tucked away. And they played like that the entirety of the half. We didn't even score our first one till the 67th. In the last 25 minutes, we scored 4 goals against Manchester City. Unbelievable. I can't quite fathom that that's happened, but clearly putting Aberdeen into the starting lineup ahead of Adebiejo is proving to be a very, very fruitful decision.
Got time for a couple of questions?
I have got time for a couple of questions. We'll get to celebrate in front of our own fans. Team comes first. Clark will play the next game against Chelsea, in fairness, and Aberdeen was brilliant. Superb overall individual performance, especially in that second half. We've Chelsea next. We are 10th in the Premier League as things stand. 10th in the Premier League. Although, there is a bit of a gap from West Ham to Sheffield United. We are 7 points above the playoffs, above the relegation zone. So used to saying playoffs in this save, am I? But we're still 19 points shy of European spots. Yeah, I think it's best of the rest is what we're aiming for, and 7th is the highest that we're potentially going to finish this season. But wow, what a game against City! Unbelievable. Nibs wants to play in this next game, and he will do so because we're going to have to rotate for this game against Chelsea, obviously, and we will rotate in such a manner that we have everybody fully fit. I'll consider it, is what I'll say, because, well, I am going to play him. We've £19 million available to us now with the other transfers we've done. We should have... still waiting on some of the scout reports, frustratingly. Come on. Hurry up with these scout reports, will you? I need to see what they're like. We've got a scout report back on Perez Sayol. 78 rated. Looks pretty handy. It's expensive, though. but is available on a pre. Ooh, do we give Pereira Rock the rest of the season and sign Perez Sayol on a pre-contract? 97 acceleration, 84 sprint speed, so he's quick. 80 strength as well could be a vital part of that. He's not amazing in the tackle, but he's great on the ball. Ball control 90, crossing 88. He could be very good. And Baranachea as well. Could be a hell of a signing on a pre-contract. We didn't sign a pre-contract last season, did we? So I could genuinely go for both Baranachea and Perez Sayol here on pre-contracts. We'll wait and see what the rest of the scout reports look like when they finally come in. But I might be going for 2 pre-contracts this season. Let's go and play Chelsea away from home then in the Premier League and see if we can't add another shock result to today's list of results. Actually, let me take Norris out of there and put Stefan back in. Sorry, Will, but certainly Stefan needs to start this one. Kepa in goal for Chelsea. Aspi, Alaba at centre-back, Ruben Dias and Konate at left-back. They should surely be the other way around. Marc Roca, Mikel Merino in the midfield. David Neres, Asensio, Gonçalo Guedes up top at striker. Bale on the bench, as well as Pulisic. Bale on the bench. He's going to be in his early 30s now and probably nowhere near as good as he was. Well, Guedes at striker. It's still a strong lineup from Chelsea. Personnel-wise, Dani Ceballos in their midfield as well. Alaba, to be fair, can play at centre-back. And Konate is probably quick enough to be able to play at left-back as well. But you would imagine they should be the other way around. David Neres on the attack to start. I was expecting City to smack me in that last game. Oh, David Neres is just using his pace to run all the way around the outside of me. Thankfully, Nathan Collins stands in his way, but the clearance isn't good enough. And Ceballos will bring the ball back forward. Mikel Merino to Guedes. Good save by Stefan. Oh, dearie me. Frank Lampard trying to G his players up. Keep it going, lads. Keep it going, is what he's saying. Get rid of that, please. Merino with a header. Leon Davies off the line. And Ethan Clark on the counter from the corner. Accelerate, accelerate. Go on. It's Rocker in front of him. He's turned well. Support is arriving here. Here's Harvey Nibbs. Nibbs! Cannons off David Alaba. And comfortably dealt with by Chelsea. 10 minutes in. 0-0. Ceballos looking for the long ball. Asensio nods that down nicely to Guedes. It's just on the run. Oh, that's beautifully done. Well held by Stefan. That was really nicely done by Chelsea. Thankfully, keeper's behind it. Nibbs knocks that down nicely. And Adebayo will try and create something for us here. We very nearly caught them on the counter-attack from their own corner a moment ago. No, I'll just go short. Oh, I should have gone long with the pass. Asensio into Dani Ceballos. Here's Mikel Merino driving forward now. I'll have that, please. Ethan Clark does well. No foul given. Bissouma across to Evans. And Adebayo out of his feet. Looking for Davis. Back inside, looking for Adebayo. In the gap. Defenders are slow to react. Oh, what a save by Kepa. Tried to lift it over him and he's left that arm up. And that is a brilliant stop. Bissouma from the edge of the box. Well blocked by Ruben Dias. Creating more against Chelsea here than we did against Manchester City in the first half. And if we continue to be as creative as we have been here, we stand a real chance of getting a win here too. Guedes. Back to Ceballos. Nice drop of the shoulder. Around the corner to Dave. As Peter Neres into Guedes. Good save from Stefan. I wasn't sure if Guedes was onside there. Chelsea building just as well as we are, evidently. And Guedes will take the corner himself. And it's a decent delivery. But Nibbs deals with it and heads it away. Now, can we school the defender here? No. I tried to flick that over my head to get it away. Didn't work at all. But, oh, Evans with a heavy touch. But we could still catch them on the counter from their own corner again. Lovely first touch from Davies. And hauled to the ground. Hauled to the ground. And not even a card there. That absolutely should be a yellow. I can't quite believe they've gotten away with that, Chelsea. 0-0 after 35 minutes. But they are having to resort to cheating to deny us chances to go in front. I bet I get booked for that. Oh, it's a free kick for me. I don't understand this referee. At all. Fair enough. Bissouma. Oh, well intercepted by Roca. Inside there to Bissouma. Forward to Nibbs. I'll lift that. And we'll find Clark. He takes in his stride well. And Aspi's not going to be able to deal with that change of pace and change of direction. And Kepa does deal, though, with the effort. Really well struck by Ethan Clark there, but comfortable enough for the keeper to get in the way of that. Good strong arm to deny us the opening goal of the game. We have Sheffield United next. Sorry, Chelsea have Sheffield United next. Get that round the corner and we're in. Lovely touch by Nibs. Oh, tried to square it. It's not going to work. Kepa in the way. That deflection from the defender just enough to ensure that the angle closed on Ep8 there, and he wasn't able to take the shot as quickly with as open a goal as I would have liked. So very nearly 1-0 Cambridge United there at Stamford Bridge. Again, Ethan Clark being ever so lively on that left-hand side. Ep8 will look for Nibs. Sweeney's arriving, but it's very busy in here. But Clark has some space now, and Kepa with another save. Really having to heavily rely on their goalkeeper here, Chelsea. Evans with the delivery. Nibs could be underneath this. Ruben heads away. And Guedes will complete the clearance. Half an hour to play at Stamford Bridge. Inside to Sweeney. Across here to Basuma. Clark has been the man for us in this game. Just as Kepa has been the man for them too. Ethan Clark playing really, really well here. But not yet got a goal to go with his excellent performance. Oh, Nathan Collins destroys the ball. What a header. He just arrived and smack. Wow. Gets away from his marker. Brilliant leap and a superb header. Finally, Kepa is beaten. And that is a goal of real quality from the centre-back too. Pure dominance in the air. Pure dominance. That was outrageously good. We lead at the bridge. Evans driving forward here. Inside. Ep8 takes it in his stride. Oh, desperate for Clark to get the goal that his play deserves. But I just can't seem to get him the goal that his play deserves in this game. We could get a second here still, though. It's going to be Nibs underneath this. It's Collins again, and the defender leaps out the way of it so that Kepa can pick up the loose ball. Punted forward, but loose. They brought on Mason Mount in this second half to try and change things for them, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Oh, lovely tackle by Ruben Diaz. Arturo Mina moving to Mulder in the Norwegian League. Why we're being told about that, I'm not sure. Marco Asensio, however, played in behind whilst we're distracted by some transfer news. Asensio could set up an equaliser here for Chelsea. Evans is defended well and away by the defender. And we could be on the counter. Palomino racing into the space. Nibs is there. Could be two. It could be two. Oh, God, Kepa again. Evans, Kepa just back into his goal. Palomino! Kepa again. 8 minutes to go. Still 1-0 Cambridge, though. Mount with a hell of a ball out to David Neres. Brings it down eventually. Skips past Sweeney, who couldn't quite get his foot in. Dinked in. Oh, it's a good ball. It's a good ball. It's a good goal. David Neres equalises. Not David Neres. David Neres is involved in the equaliser. Dinks it over, and it was Gonçalo Guedes that buried it. Got past Sweeney really nicely, and that little lofted ball was just perfection. Exactly where he needed it. Smashed home. We're not going to get our win at the bridge, unfortunately. Oh, man, we could have scored 2 or 3 goals in this game, if not more, if it weren't for the expert goalkeeping of Kepa Arrizabalaga. But despite the one-man show in goal for them, they're still not going to get anything more than a point, I hope. Don't want to jinx myself, actually, as they come forward again. Sweeney does get the better of... No, he doesn't get the better of Neres on this occasion. Konate inside to Mark Roca. Marino. Let's not have a replication of the Southampton result, please, where we conceded very late on to lose by 2-1. Sweeney does just enough and away. A 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw away from home against Chelsea at the bridge. But we were so much better than them for the majority of that second half again. And Kepa made save of, wow, 12 shots. 12 shots. How many saves did Kepa make in that game? 2 shots caught, 6 shots parried, 6 saves in total from 88 rated Kepa Arrizabalaga to earn Chelsea a point. That was probably our best performance of the season. Certainly up there with one of the best performances
Just a quick couple of questions
of the league season. We can do better. being more clinical in front of goal. The lads gave it their all, but unfortunately, that one-man show in goal was too much. Both teams played well, to be fair.
Cheers, thanks.
But when you have 12 shots and they're all on target and you don't score a goal, you can't really look much further than your striking team, can you? Adebayo, loan offer accepted. We'll let him go out on loan. I can't look any further than my strikers, really, can I? Although those that were having the efforts, at least, because it was a lot of the chances were for Ethan Clark, actually, on the left-hand side. Right, hopefully we've got some more of those scout reports back now. Let's have a quick look as we approach further towards the game against Tottenham. I will go as far as the game against Tottenham. Cambridge Board have offered us some extra prize money. That's for the FA Cup. Presumably the next round of that has been drawn. Jack Rolls wants to play against Spurs, and you will play against Spurs, Jack. So don't worry about that, my man. Right. Scout reports. Have we got some more back? We do. Still no news about Kabak, who was actually the most important one I wanted to find out about, to be fair. Danny Ings. That's just not going to work, I'm afraid. Danny Ings removed from shortlist. And Mecca, though, he looks like he could be pretty decent. 76 finishing isn't the best, but 92 ball control, to be fair. 76 finishing, still better than a number of the other strikers we've got. Lucas and Mecca might be the one that we go for at striker. How much is he? Not that expensive. We could get in Mecca and then still sign Sayol on a free for next season. I'm not sure whether to do Baranachea on a free as well. I'm really not. But I think I'm going to go for Lucas and Mecca. 86 sprint speed. Sorry, 86 acceleration, 94 sprint speed, 84 strength. And at 6'1", he's no tiny man either. He's an absolute mountain. 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot, medium work rates. 92 ball control is going to be very important as well. I might go for him. In fact, I am going to go for him. I'm going to approach to buy. We're going to try and buy and Mecca and see what we can do here. 19 million is what he's valued at. I will offer a player. No, I'm not really interested in letting any of them go permanently. Who can I let go permanently that I'm willing to sell? I mean, I could maybe use someone like Kyle Noyle in a swap deal. They won't. They probably won't want him. Indeed, they don't. But they might give me an idea of what else they want. They are looking for a right back though, or a wing back. Other position, a midfielder. Who can I offer them here? I mean, I could offer them Palomino, but I just don't know. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to offer them. Do I though? No, they're not interested in him either. Okay, we'll have to go for a financial deal then. I mean, I'll offer undervaluation. Hopefully they're willing to negotiate slightly. They might see this as too cheeky, but... Or they might just accept a bid that's undervalued. Thank you! And Mecca, negotiate. Is a high-rated striker that will be better for us in Sims and will hopefully be better. And we can sign into a crucial role to appease the board as well. I wouldn't really normally aim to sign him on a crucial role, but we will get him on a crucial role here. And Mecca's agent, what we after? A release clause is fine. Now, give me an idea of what you want wage-wise, please. They haven't. I'm gonna off. He's probably gonna want a bit of a hell of a boost from 8 grand. I'll offer you that plus 300 grand. Done. We have a new signing, and he's in. So. Right back, I can either sign Perez Sayol on a... Well, I can only sign a free now, can't I? So Valerie can go, Kenny can go. Frimpong, going to have to buy him. So we'll wait and see what the scout reports say for those guys. Kabak, is he available on a free? No, he's not. Timothy Weah, we can remove him now too. So Baranachea could be the answer to Todd Cantwell's shortcomings this season. So I could sign Baranachea on a free and... then let Cantwell go next season. I think that's probably a good idea. And then with regards right back, Perez Sayol, we could sign on a free, get him next season. He's not on much wage-wise at all either. Oh, which do I go for? I'm going to go for Baranachea first. Approach to sign. We'll try and get Baranachea in. And then from there, we'll see what money we've got left. Important is what I'll say. He shouldn't want anything more than that, and indeed he doesn't. That's great. 5-year deal. Do let me know. I'll hold off on the right back. Do let me know in the comment section if I should or should not sign the right back on a free for next season. I'll counter by removing the bonus. I'm going to edit the wages slightly because I'm going to need some money free to sign the right back if we do that. So we should be able to do so. Baranachea will join us next season. We shall sell Cantwell as well next year. That's that decision made. And we've now done that to appease the board as well. Well, Abadia, rather frustratingly, has actually shown up today. But we shall throw Mecca onto the bench. I'll trial him on the bench first. I won't throw him straight into the starting lineup because Abadia has been in good form. But as soon as Abadia shows a sign of dropping in form, we'll throw Mecca in. We've Peterborough United in the cup. Oh, that changes things. We'll play Tottenham, we'll sim Bournemouth, and I am playing Peterborough in the FA Cup because I want to batter the bastards. And then, actually, no, we might sim that second leg against City. We'll play the first three and we'll sim the fourth. Oh, Peterborough United in the FA Cup. Can you believe it? The dream cup tie. Oh, wow. 2 new signings, though, assured for us. And Mecca for now, Baranachea for next season. Thrilled with that. Let's see what we can do tomorrow. I'll see you then.